headphones, so I'm going to have you plugged in. All right. I need to get out all the food that I'm going to make. I'm going to puree black beans I made the other night in my blender to do so. First, I want to try a snack because I just feel like eating something before I get started. So I have some of my nori salt. These things are really good, by the way. I really like these little noris. They're so yummy. They are so good. I love nori. It just reminds me of when I was young and the first time I tried it. I just loved it so much. Loved it. And they're kind of, I like this one. It's organic. They're not super cheap, but it is a snack that I really like. Can you see my hair? See? You can see my hair. See? Right here. Some people do follow me for hair content, which I will always love to make hair content, but sometimes I'm not doing hair content every day, you know? Sometimes I don't make hair content, sometimes I do. It just depends on the day. It's not a hair channel. This is more my everything channel. I need to find the lid to my blend. I feel like part of the blender lid is missing. Pretty sure I had it earlier. Where did it go? You know, this one is the same as this one, really. I think they're the. Oh, it's too big. Let's see. Smaller. But it might fit. Yeah. It's good enough. I mean, I know I can keep looking for the other lid, but no? Not really. I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah. We always have something. It's always something or another. Yeah, I get some weird strange comments. Like, there's nothing wrong with my hair. It's perfectly fine. Sometimes sometimes I'm just like, oh, the comments are weird. Thank you. But I can't control what kind of nonsense some people want to write on the, so I'm gonna endeavor to puree these black beans up. That's what I'm gonna do. And start scooping them in. Might do a couple of batches, I think. I need a container to put them in when I'm done. So I'm gonna get out a bowl. The lid. So I have a bowl and a lid that I'm gonna put. No, actually I'm not. I'm making food and I have no idea what that is, but I'm not making it because I didn't. Like if I was making that, I would have said that was what I was making, right? I just want to puree the tomatoes and the beans to make them more like, give them like a salsa flavor. That's my whole thought behind it. And I like that I actually cook these beans, so they are very. I might have to stir it a bit, because this is not. It's just a regular blender. It's not a high-powered blender. So I'll just stir it up till I get them. I like them in a refried bean consistency. So that's what I'm going for. Liquid, because even though there's some water, it's not enough, honestly. Get my tortilla, and let's just put a little bit of water. I don't want to put too much in, but just enough, you know. That's good enough. Is a black bean smoothie. It's delicious. I love black bean smoothies. No, I'm not making a black bean smoothie, although it is really smooth because I do like that consistency, but it's not gonna be a smoothie. I just like really pureed beans. That's my preference. I know everybody else has their own preference. That might not be your preference, but that's what I like. I'll have to get a spatula to get out the rest. But I'm just gonna puree second half, and then I'll get a spatula to get out the rest. Okay, so I'm gonna put the lid on this one. I noticed that the neighbor's dog is barking. Like, I live near this house where occasionally throughout the years, I don't know if it's the same dog. I assume it's other dogs, but I always do find it very alarming. I feel like they just leave their dog out all the time. I don't know why they do that. It just makes me feel sad for the dog, because I'm like, why don't you bring your dog in at night? Like, why is your dog outside? And it's not warm outside, okay? And tonight, I'm just like, don't leave your dog outside. Bring him in. Like, some people just think it's cool to let their dog live on the patio, and that whole expression, like, in the doghouse. I'm just like, if you're gonna have a dog, your dog should come in the house. It's just weird. Like, your dog, I mean, I'm not saying dogs don't want to play outside, but let your dog come inside sometimes. Hear him again. So you know, I could tell a story that I just find kind of amusing. I think it's kind of funny. Like some people get really mad. Like I generally like it when things are really quiet. I don't like lots of noise or anything. But some people are very fanatical about their neighbors making any kind of noise. And this was a few years, just like they don't like it at all. Like personally, I let a lot of things slide because I'm like, sometimes like I don't know, it could be quieter, but I'm not gonna go out and be like, be quiet, everybody. It's just not my thing. Um, so I just remember this is like 10 years ago. I was living here, and there were a lot of empty units at that time, and they were trying to rent them out, and they were always advertising, and they were trying really hard, and they're like, hey, if you know people, you could get like a $300 like bonus for getting your friends to be your neighbors. So I was home that day, and across the way there's like I live in apartments, but there's these houses across the way, and there's like this brick wall, but you can hear everything across the brick wall because even though it's on a different street, like it's just right adjacent to it. So I don't know what happened. I think they were doing some sort of repairs on this house because I don't think it was the owner of the house. I think it was just like the construction crew, and they were playing this really loud music. And sometimes the universe is just hilarious. I found this very comical. So, because there's no way that the people working on this house could have foreseen what was happening. So, I noticed this particular day, they kept trying to rent out this unit near us, okay? And they were like, or a couple different units actually. And they kept taking people on tours. And every time they would come and bring somebody over here to look at one of the units near us, the people over the way, like across the way over the brick wall, like they started playing this really loud, and it wasn't even like, it was just like a real strange kind of techno music with chanting, and it was like the most obnoxious music. I don't know. The people that were playing it just must have really liked it. So this music would be playing for like an hour, and it just happened that it coincided every single time that they were bringing somebody over, and people were like saying to the lady that was showing the apartments, "Is it always loud over here?" And she'd be like, "Well, this is not the apartment complex. We have noise policies, but that's the people over the wall over there that live in those houses. We can't control that." And this was the most funny thing. Timing is just so funny. The minute that you would hear them leave because the person would be like, "It's so loud here," across the wall where they were doing the construction, the music stopped. I don't know, they were taking a break or something, or they went to go get food. I don't know what they were doing, but the music would stop. And then, okay, like a couple hours would go by, and then I would hear the leasing agent walking down the sidewalk again. You could hear her because she was wearing high heels. Very clacky. Um, and then I'd hear somebody talking to her, and she'd be introducing them and showing them the different units. And all of a sudden, the people that were doing construction on the house over the wall started playing that music again. And this time it was even more zany. I mean, I don't know. They were. It's just like there's no way they could have known, and they wouldn't care. It's not like they were just doing construction, and the music would play again, and this was happening all day long. And eventually, I had to leave and go do something. And my sister said later she heard the same thing, where they would be taking like a couple or a, some friends or just a family to go look at the unit, and they'd be playing that music again. And then by the end of the day, like I wasn't home the next day, but my sister told me the same thing happened the next day. And then 3 days later, they must have been done with the construction because I never heard that music again. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the owners of the house. I'm pretty sure because you could hear like all the like hammering and sawing and things. They were working on the roof. Those people were never they were never back. They were never back. They were just doing construction on that house. And I would say dozens of people saw several different units near where we lived. And it wasn't until the next week they were able to rent out a couple of them because nobody wanted to live here because they were playing really loud music. So it makes me think, like, I know people, like, look, I don't love super loud music either, but sometimes I'm just like, okay, people want to play their loud, annoying music. Am I going to go fight with the neighbors today because they're playing their loud music or people are having a party? I just, personally, like, I don't care that deeply because I've just always been kind of more like a go with the flow kind of person. Unless somebody's doing something so blatantly loud where it was just so loud, like, that, because it's mostly quiet where I live. I kind of keep to myself, and it's generally quiet where I live, but I just thought that was so funny that particular day. It was so loud. It was kind of comical, really. Okay, so we have another one. This one is diced tomatoes. Fire roasted diced tomatoes, tomato juice. Give us some nice juiciness when I carry it. Okay. Going in. Get all the tomatoes out into there. All right. Need to make it fall. That's not good. I don't know how that happened. Wow. I know, look at it inside. Okay. It's pretty, I don't know. I think that's good enough for my purposes. I'm not going to keep doing it. I don't want it to like, overflow or something. Hi. Move this out of the way. I mean, I guess I could have pureed it more than that, but I don't know. This is pretty good. It could have been a little bit more pureed, but this is one batch. Okay. I'll put the lid on this. So I'll have lots of black beans. I can turn into burritos. I'm gonna have to clean my blender, my poor little blender. It needs a bath now. of him. Okay. Move this for now. All right, so I'm gonna get another bowl. Right. I feel like if I just let it turn upside down, maybe it will come out eventually. No, it won't. I have to go get a spatula. That's pretty good. All right. I just want to see what it tastes like. It tastes pretty good to me. All right. Need to do some more wiping of the counter just to get it nice and completely wiped down. Okay. So I'm gonna make okay, come on. Okay, there we go. I'll get everything off the air fryer. Really hot. I know some people are like, oh, you can put tin foil on the bottom of your air fryer, but there's a reason I don't think I want to do that. Just because, first off, I've heard that can change like the cooking properties of your air fryer and it just doesn't function the same. So I personally don't want to do that. And I'm personally not going to do that. I do need to give my air fryer more of a bath than this. But I'm just getting my tortillas ready. Okay. I had a spoon. Okay. These are nice thick tortillas. I like thin tortillas, but I kind of like these because they're thick. I forget that a thick tortilla from now and then can be pretty nice. Okay, so I just want to assemble. I don't want to put too much in there, so I want to be able to roll it. And then I'm going to get my finger a little wet so I can roll them. Maybe I'll do this one like that. I'm just going to fold it up, but I don't want to force it since these are like thicker tortillas. They're not quite as pliable in a way. I mean, it's not that I don't like thicker tortillas. It's just you have to kind of be, I feel like, a little bit more gentle with them. Maybe I'll try this. Try rolling it in this one. Should be good. Those two on there. And then we have another rack. Need to should have done everything. Before I started. And I'm live. I'm truly live. It's just like. Now you're overly saturated and it's time for you to go be in the washer. I have to take a break and eat some nori. And the cool thing about nori is you feel like you're eating a lot, but there's only 20 calories in these guys. They are very good. They're very nutrient dense. Okay, so another little towel so that I can dry it off and dry off the air fryer. Sure. Try off the rack before it gets started. Right. So I kind of made it flat like a pizza. It's not a pizza, it's a little mini burrito situation. It'd be like a little crispy burrito. Okay, rinse off my fingers. Okay, so I have another nice thick tortilla. These are pretty thick. I mean, I usually love the thin tortillas, but I forget that the Romero's tortillas are on the thicker side. Because I'm just used to always usually having thinner tortillas. This is good too. Need to roll you up. I definitely could have been sticking more in these, but I'm going to make them saucy. I'm just having fun, okay? It's just a fun little flattening it out. Okay, stay. Be a good egg. It's time to go air fry. That's too high up. Like that. Okay. Just everything up. And then going to kind of wipe everything down before we start. I just like to have everything nice and wiped down as much as possible, just so it looks and feels clean. Okay. I set you to 400 degrees. They're gonna go for about 15 minutes. Push that back. Air fryer has a lot of options of what it can do with it. Okay, let's see. That's some bell pepper. Alrighty, Bruce. You know, this knife sucks. This is not the good one. I need to get a better knife. It's cute, sort of, but it doesn't cut very good. Moral of the story is no more ceramic knives for me. I will not ever buy ceramic knives again. I just don't like them that much, just because they get dull over time. And a regular stainless steel knife you can sharpen. You can't sharpen a ceramic knife. I love bell peppers. They're so yummy. Like, if you ever just want to eat something really yummy. I wish I had some hummus right now. Because one of my favorite snacks but all those beans I made, I made a lot of beans. Okay, so it takes a little bit of, like, I did add olive oil. I added olive oil to the beans when I made them, and salt, and so I added a few ingredients to them, but the bag of beans had been in my cupboard for like a couple of years, and I finally made them. I think when I bought them, those black beans in the bag, they were like 88 cents. They weren't even $1. So yes, grocery prices are going up right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's so expensive. But I don't eat eggs, so like I save a lot of money. I don't even like eggs, and I know like everybody's like, you must eat eggs to get your protein, but that's not true. Like, have you ever tried like tofu scramble? I don't know. I think it's good. Like, I personally don't need to eat eggs, but like you could have, like, if you get some crumbled tofu and turmeric, or some people just do like something called like a chickpea scramble. Like, I haven't really done that, because when I do chickpeas, I kind of prefer hummus. That's just sort of my thing. But if you're into, like, let's say you just don't want to spend, like, I don't know what eggs cost right now, like $15, $16, $17. Like, try some tofu. Like, just scramble some tofu. Or if you're really desperate and you're like, I want eggs. I know there's the just egg product that you can buy at the store, and interestingly and ironically, that's cheaper right now than eggs. But I don't even think you need to buy that. Like, I think you could, like, if you really, 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 like, to me, like, it's kind of a time thing, because I used to be so much better about having time to do things, okay? I was so much better. It's already growing a little baby bell pepper here. I ate the whole thing. I'm not gonna waste it. Why? I paid for it. I'm gonna eat all of it. All my vegetables. You can even eat the bell pepper seeds. I know, like, people don't like to do that, but I do it. Like, why not? I don't see the point of wasting it. But, like, if you really, just really, really need eggs, and you don't want to spend that, I don't even think you need to be vegan to do this. There's, I personally love a plant-based lifestyle, but there's this channel called Cheap Lazy Vegan, and she has, like, she has a recipe where she, like, dupes the just egg, and it has a very similar texture to eggs, so you don't really need, like, why do you need eggs? Like, you just don't, like. But personally, and this is just my take, I don't eat eggs. Maybe you do. I don't even eat eggs. I don't need eggs, and I don't want them. Personally, don't miss them. Not sad to have them out of my life, because I always thought they were gross. So maybe my recommendation wouldn't work for you if you love your eggs. I think these seeds is just a little bit much. I might take that out. Yeah. I definitely could just live without eggs. Don't miss them. Don't want them. Kind of glad not to have them in my life. So, and a lot of people, it's for, like, they're like very specific ethical reasons, like, they're vegan activists. Personally, I don't like to eat meat. I just don't, because, yeah, I don't want an animal to die for my dinner, but I've done some, like, really deep dive thinking about, I mean, yeah, I do think the egg industry is kind of cruel to the chicks, and that's another thing that nobody's talking about, like, how they kill all these little baby male chicks for the egg industry. But of course, like, they have to kill the birds that have the avian flu, which is raising the prices. But there's just a lot of things about the egg. But people that work on farms, that doesn't faze them. They're like, well, this is circle of life stuff. But you know what? I'm a softer edge person, and you can be stronger with a softer edge. I'm not into circle of life stuff. Like, yeah, that might be how it is, but we don't have to eat eggs to get protein or survive or be happy. Like, they're just not necessary. Like, I just think, and if you want to bake, you definitely don't need eggs. Like applesauce, chia seed. Like, there's a chia seed egg. There's a flaxseed egg. Vinegar and water. Like, there are so many different ways that you can mimic an egg. Like, just go on all recipes. Go on YouTube. Type in egg replacement. Type in vegan egg replacement. And this is why I just feel like, yeah, the price of groceries are going up, but I think it's just like a lot of the things that we like that are more processed. I'm not saying vegetables aren't cheaper. Like, I was just thinking about these bell peppers. I bought them and they are product of Mexico. So, like, how much are they going to cost next week at the grocery store? I don't know. I went to Food for Less, which is one of the more affordable grocery stores. So I don't really know what the price will be next week. But I really do love to eat veggies. Like, when you eat veggies, you just feel happier. You do. Like, your energy's through the roof. I really love vegetables. But when I start eating them, I feel really happy. I wonder how my little burritos are looking. They're looking kind of crispy, actually. I think they might need to come out in a couple minutes. They are looking pretty crispy in there. I'm gonna have to get you out. And I'm gonna get another jar of sliced tomatoes and put on top of them. So I had my chili starter that I think I'm gonna use like as the sauce. Turn you guys off. They look. Oh no, this one popped open. Maybe like an open face burrito. Yeah, he's gonna just have to be an open face burrito. He popped open. Oh well, I should have rolled him up a little bit better. That's okay. It's hot. Here's another plate. Right, let's flip these onto the plate. Ooh, nice. They just slid off. I love it. That's what I love about the air fryer. You don't have to use a whole bunch of oil and it gets, look at that. It's crispy. It's like a fried burrito. This is why I love air fryer. I just love air fryer burritos. Like, it's like a deep fried burrito without deep frying it. Like, why do you need to deep fry your burrito? I don't personally need to deep fry my burrito, but okay, so I'm gonna put the bell peppers on top of them. But I kind of want it to be like a wet burrito situation. Oh, I should cut you guys up a little bit more. Nice. A little more veggie. Dice you up more. Push you back. Dice you up. So that. So I have some bell peppers. I could actually put more on the plate. I'm gonna put more on. I'm gonna have more bell peppers than that. Have my air fryer burritos. And then I'm gonna open my can of chili starter, which will be like my salsa for the burrito. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make it my salsa for the burrito because I love like a wet burrito situation. Pour some on because I like a wet burrito situation. Fill it off. I'm gonna make sure this is wiped off. Still really hot. Black beans are really good. And this is actually a really good chili starter as a sauce. Okay, I have my other Mickey Mouse thing. And the ingredients for this one are a little bit better than the first one because this doesn't have calcium carbonate, but the other one does. Okay. Just want to get a little sauce out. I really like sauce, I guess. This is really good. I like it. Now, I could have cooked the bell pepper with it, but I kind of like the crunchy contrast. It starts softening up as you add more sauciness to it too, which I kind of like. I really like this. And yes, I eat a burrito with a knife and a fork. You gonna laugh at me? I don't care. I like a wet burrito. So I eat them with a knife and a fork. Sometimes I even eat hummus with a spoon. Bell pepper is so yummy in this. I really like it. These tortillas are really good too. So the tortillas I used were the Romero brand, which I like. They're just thicker,
I usually buy thinner tortilla, but I do like a thick tortilla sometimes. Just really, I guess my preference is I like the thin one, but the thick one can be good too because it's a little bit more chewy. Message retracted. I wonder why. Oh, hi, how you doing, Kevin? It's nice to see you on here. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.